For this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make a animated GIF using your Photoshop. For right now, you will need a blank page. So just go to File, New. The width, just do a little bit bigger than 1000. Usually that's the size of your screen. So I'm just going to press OK. And I'm just going to max it to 100 so it's full view. And you can go into like your I'd like to use YouTube better because it's easier and faster to do your print screens. It's the only pain in the butt process of the old school way. I know the new school way, you're able to, in CS5, you're able to download the video through YouTube downloader, and from there you can upload it to your CS5 and just highlight a small section of the video, and then from there you know it pretty much does the work for you. But the only thing I don't like about the CS5 version is that for 10 seconds you get like 200 layers, and that's just a lot of like deleting and sorting. So I kind of prefer this way. But if you're like a pre-made site and you need, let's say you have a movie trailer and you want to make so many GIFs out of it, then go ahead and do it with CS5, because you can go back after you make a small section. You can go back to that same video and do another section, so that you don't do a lot of print screens. But if you only want like one small section out of something, this is the best way for me personally. So right now I'm just going to do the scene where Eminem blows his head off, because it's so much fun to watch him do that. So we're going to print screen. Just find the button in your keyboard. It's usually close to your delete button, so we're just going to click on it. Then go to your Photoshop. Control V is the fastest way, or you can just go there. And then you go back and you go really fast on it so that you won't miss much of the movement. You see? Then you print screen that. Then you go back and do the same thing. One of my friends thought this scene was so cool, and I agree with him. Of course, I'm a Eminem fan, so I was shrieking when I saw the video. I was like, oh my goodness. He actually made Spacebound from his old CD. And I think there's another smaller section. Yeah, right there. Just want to do this real quick because I only have like 10 minutes. After a while, it takes a while to get used to this print screen process, but once you become a little pro, you'll be able to do it as fast as I am. And that's about it. So now we go back to your document, and do you see this little box that has like a line across it? That's the crop option. You're going to take that and you're going to highlight the section that you want out of the GIF, because of course you don't want the rest of it, because that's just the web page. And then you click on that arrow right here, and that's the section. Now you see on your right, these are all the layers that you print screen. Right now I have 19. But we're not done. So we go to animation. If you didn't saw that, it's window, animation. You see, it takes it away. Click on it. And you see this little section, remember the one from the styles that's over here? Those are basically your drop down menus, but since it's low, it drops up. And so you click on make frames from layers. See how it sorts out all your layers down. And the first one is usually your document background. Like if you see on your far right, it's right here. That's why when you open it, it's like that. But you delete that because you don't want that part of your GIF. So now you have all your 19 layers down. So you click back on that up menu, you select all of them. You see how they're all like that. And then you click on other because you want to change, you don't want all the layers to be 0 seconds because it goes so fast. It'll be 0 times 19, which is very fast. I used to start with them with 23 seconds, but I think 23 seconds lately has been very slow. So on average, I do all my GIFs to be 18 seconds per layer. And so when you play it, there it goes. But we're not done. Just make sure you save it, like I already did it earlier. So we're just gonna save it to that. And basically, that menu that I just click on so fast, sorry, I'm so used to it. Basically, it's letting you know that you have saved it under Photoshop file. So I like to save it that way because I usually like to go back to them and save it and edit it or whatever I want to do back in the future if I want to do something else to it. I know in old MySpace days they should be like with 500 max, so I'm used to that. You can leave it as is, or you could if you want to do it for 25 that I normally do it, makes the resolution a little bit better. And then I click save, and once you're done, basically that's the point that we're at. You go to file, save for web and devices, which is this one, and it brings you to this menu. And here it shows you like other options, but for some reason I don't seem to be lucky to save my GIFs to be those other options. Just optimize is the default option. I try to do other things, but it just doesn't work. If you unclick this option right here, transparency, it gets rid of your pink fuzz on your GIFs. I know a lot of people back in MySpace, they used to ask how do you get rid of those pink fuzz on your GIFs when you upload them as a default? And so a lot of people didn't know that transparency does that. So just unclick it, but you have to make sure if you use this as your default to unclick that every single time. For your web page, it doesn't matter. If you click it or not, it doesn't show up, so you don't have to worry about that. So we save it, and I put it in the same folder as the other thing that I saved under, and that's pretty much it. I believe I have a few seconds more. I'm going to show you how to upload it. So the final steps. Let's go to Tiny. I think TinyPic and PhotoBucket are the only things that you're able to upload your GIFs for. So easy, it's already here. Hopefully it doesn't pull a leg on these things because it's so retarded most of the time. So let's see if this works. And of course, TinyPic takes 1.5 years to do it. And there's the GIF. A lot of hard work, but at the end it's worth it. And there you have it. Hope you learn how to make your own GIF.